7:16, as you heard the governor say on this very program and covered nicely by Beth LeBlanc of the Detroit News, the governor told me and has told all of us, getting our kids back in class is a top priority. Getting sports re-engaged is up there as well, but the top priority is getting them in school, making sure our numbers don't take a big jump, and then we'll take the next step being about sports. Parents and others are saying, come on, we need to get these kids back in sports. And we have the Senator, Chairman of the Senate Education and Career Readiness Committee, Lana Theis, on the other end of our line right now. And she says, time to do it. Let's get the kids back. Senate Resolution 7, adopted by the Senate Education and Career Readiness Committee, chaired by Senator Theis, is asking to get these kids back to sports. Senator, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your show this morning.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I said earlier, I was not for closing anything really early on. It was all done, I think, for politics, sadly. But now we're entering a time when I would have maybe said, if I were governor or king in this case, that maybe it's time to start looking at shutting things down because of these new variants. So the timing is kind of bad all the way around here. But tell me, it's all screwed up, and there's no going back. And I don't think that what we've done to these kids has been a service to them. It's been a disservice to kids because of the anxiety they've gone through, the depression they've gone through, and robbing them of something so very important to them. But give me your perspective, Senator.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. So there are polls nationally that show that well over 50% of our kids are experiencing significantly higher stress and anxiety. There are polls that put that at well over 80%. And our kids need an outlet. Our adults need an outlet, but our adults have been dealing with how to function with stress and anxiety our whole lives, right? So we have different outlets and we know how to use them. Our kids don't. And what we've been doing for our kids is, particularly the ones that are in school sports, we just keep moving the goalpost on them. Okay, so we're going to open up this day. No, never mind. We're going to add another couple weeks. No, never mind. We're going to add another couple of weeks. And these kids, many of them, it's their lives. This is the reason they go to school. This is the reason they get good grades. For many families, this was their college plan. Their kids been playing since they were 3 or 4. They're really good, probably going to get a scholarship. They were hoping for that. They had no other alternative. And now we're just taking that all away from them. Last year, when we moved all the kids forward and just graduated the seniors after ending the school year, we ended up robbing all of those kids of the opportunity for scholarships. So we need to take another look at this. The kids are statistically the least likely to end up being permanently injured or having any major injury even from this particular virus. Even the other strains, it's not affecting them in the same way. I'm not saying it's not dangerous. It is absolutely dangerous, and we absolutely need to be careful. But these kids, what I'm saying is there are many more things that are dangerous for our kids than just this, and we need to balance it. They did a test, over 30,000 tests over the last 3 months, and it was 99.8% negative. These kids can do this. They can do this safely, and we need to let them get back for their own safety and for their own well-being.
We've always said from the very beginning, you have to weigh the pluses and minuses. And that was not necessarily done. We didn't take into account, I think, the physical exercise, the social interaction, the development of leadership skills, all the things that go into just, let's say, high school athletics, for example. And the fact that you point out, Senator, wisely, that some of these kids have been working on this all their lives and working toward a goal that we just we ripped away from them. But my concern right now is, okay, so 30,000 kids participated, did the rapid COVID-19 test, 99.8% were clean. What's happening at the college level? I mean, we're the voice of Michigan State basketball, for example. We're Spartan Radio, and poor Tom Izzo's program has been decimated, and they had to miss 3 games. And so I'm just wondering, what's the difference between high school and college in that regard?
College actually has more funding to do some more of the testing, right? So they're able to test, for example, every time they're getting ready to go out onto the court. Our kids, we just don't have that kind of funding in order to be able to do that. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be allowed to play safely and evidence that. What's really happening right now is if you are a family with means, you're taking your kids and you're going across the border and you're playing sports in another state. But our kids that don't have the means, our kids that have single-parent households or logistically can't work out being away on the weekends, those kids, again, are being left behind and stuck at home, and they don't have the opportunities to continue to play that the rest of these kids are doing. So, again, we're affecting the most vulnerable and the kids that are going to end up being injured in all the other ways. We're affecting them the worst. We need to be logical. We need to be safe. None of the kids I heard speak over the rally over the weekend asked to please, let me go and risk my life. They were saying, let me show you how safe we can be. Let me prove to you that we can do this safely. Please let me get back at my sport. It's my reason for being right now.
Senator Lana Theis, a Republican senator, chairman of the Senate Education and Career Readiness Committee, and the Michigan Senate on Thursday adopted this resolution that she put forward along with Dale Zorn from Monroe area, Ida, and others, urging Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services to lift the suspension on winter high school contact sports and allow play to resume immediately. This is a suggestion to the governor. What teeth is there here? Where do you go from there other than suggesting this or urging her to do this?
So you're right. It is a resolution. We are speaking to the governor. We're pleading with the governor to please open this up. The teeth are actually the people of Michigan, the families of Michigan who are so completely affected by this. The rally over the weekend, middle of winter, extraordinarily cold. Thousands of kids were there and with their parents and their coaches asking to please open the state back up for sports. The kids were the ones who got up and spoke and told their stories, and it just absolutely resonated. And what I'm getting frustrated with is like so many things right now. It's getting bound up in the politics. The people who want to support the shutdown mentality, who want to support our governor, regardless of what the policies are sitting there saying, no, you guys, it's all really dangerous. Stop it. For these kids, it's not about the politics. It's about the kids. It's about their ability to play and their future. And this affects not just today, but this affects years from now. These kids playing sports today will live healthier lives later. There's so many statistics that show that putting your kid in sports will help them for years to come, and we need to be able to allow them to play.
Well, I agree with you that if you weigh the pluses and minuses, in the case of kids, the minuses are few compared to the pluses that come with participating in the sports that they've always wanted to participate in and have been participating in. Let's find out what the governor does. But as I say, to follow in line with her thinking, it wouldn't be good timing to let kids go back now with these variants that are making it even more dangerous than it was. But that was part of the problem with the politicizing of this whole issue and taking kids out of school, closing down restaurants, doing all of these things, ruining our economy, all worked for the political gain for one party. And sadly, so many people were caught up in the middle of that and probably too close to it to even see it clearly. But now it's a new day. There's a new administration. There's now a move to get kids back in school. Today's the day they open restaurants for inside dining. And hopefully the folks that set up outside dining will get around the 25% rule by doing inside and outside dining. And now let's look to our kids and try to do what's really best for them. And every report you read and that you study, Senator Theis, says the kids back in school and the kids back in sports is better for the kids.
Across the country, they're doing this without major bumps in the viral increase. It just absolutely has to happen. It is not about the politics. It's about the kids. Anything
else we need to know?
I'm going to reach out to the governor. Governor, please let them play. It's about the kids, and none of these parents are sitting there checking a box saying which political party they voted for. They're saying, I want my kids to be able to have safety both physically and mentally in these sports are the way that they're going to be able to do it.
Thanks for being with us. Good luck to you, Senator.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Senator Lana Theis.